Most people spend their whole lives trying to be respected. They change how they talk. They act tougher. They smile when they don't want to. They beg with their eyes for someone to notice them. But real respect doesn't come from begging. It comes from something silent, something most people never even know exists. You've seen it before. That one person who walks into a room and everything changes. They don't shout. They don't show off. People just listen. Why? Because your body speaks before you do. And if you're sending the wrong signal, you stay invisible. No amount of talking fixes that. But there's a simple, almost unfair trick, a body hack, that flips the switch. One small shift in how you carry yourself and suddenly, people treat you like you matter. Not because you asked, but because you became someone worth respecting. Let's break it down. Most people think respect comes from what you do or what you say. They try to earn it. They smile when they don't want to. They agree when they don't believe. They talk louder. They apologize for taking up space. But here's the truth. Respect doesn't start with your actions. It starts with how you hold yourself before you even speak. You've seen this happen. That one person who walks into a room and everyone notices. Not because they shouted, not because they wore something flashy, but because of how they stood, how they moved, how they looked at people. Most people think confidence is about talking more, smiling harder, being liked. In reality, real confidence is silence, stillness, a calm that others feel before they hear a single word. That's the secret most will never realize. Your body speaks first, and what it says decides if people listen or ignore you. Society teaches you to work harder, talk faster, prove yourself. But powerful people know something different. They know that trying to be respected only makes you smaller. Because when you chase respect, you show you don't already believe you deserve it. Powerful people don't chase, they stand. They breathe, they look you in the eye. Not to challenge you, but because they're not afraid of being seen. And that changes everything. Think about the people you truly respect. Do they beg for your attention? No, they have it without asking. They don't need to perform. They don't need to explain themselves. They just are. That's not arrogance. That's identity. People don't respect what you say. They respect who you are. And until you understand that, no amount of talking will ever make someone see you differently. Who's safe attack? So if you want real respect, not the fake kind people give out of politeness, you have to stop acting like someone who wants it. Instead, become someone who already has it, because the moment you do, the world starts to treat you like it's always been true. Power doesn't come from what you say. It comes from how you hold yourself before you even open your mouth. You've seen it. That one person who walks into a room and suddenly, people sit up straighter. They stop talking. They listen, not because they're told to, but because something about that person makes them feel like they should. They don't shout. They don't explain themselves. They just are. And that's when respect isn't given, it's felt. Here's the truth: you were never ignored because of what you said. You were ignored because of how you showed up before you even spoke. Your energy speaks first, not your resume, not your past, not your opinion, your state. That's the silent signal most people miss. So how do powerful people always seem to carry that weight, that presence, without trying? Because they know how to control their inner state. They don't wait for confidence to show up. They create it, on demand. And here's how you can too. Step 1, your breath is your switch. Most people breathe shallow, fast, in their chest. That kind of breathing tells your body you're nervous. It tells your brain you're scared. But powerful people breathe low, into the stomach slowly. One deep breath before you walk into a room, and everything changes. Try it now. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it. Then exhale through your mouth for 6. Do that 3 times. Feel different. You just reset your nervous system. Step 2, take up space. Most people make themselves small, shoulders forward, head down, voice quiet. Powerful people do the opposite. They stand tall, feet rooted, shoulders back. Even if they're sitting, they lean back slightly, hands relaxed, no fidgeting. That posture sends a message to your brain: I belong here. And once your brain believes it, so does everyone else. Step 3, eye contact. Not to challenge, but to exist. You don't need to stare someone down to be respected. You just need to look them in the eye long enough to say, I'm here, I'm real, and I'm not afraid to be seen. Start with this: when someone talks to you, look at them. Don't glance away, don't nod nervously. Just meet their eyes. for 2 full seconds longer than you usually would. That's dominance, quiet, calm, unshakable. Step 4, the power of silence. Most people panic in silence. They fill space with words, apologies, jokes. Powerful people let silence sit. They don't rush to speak because silence isn't awkward. It's authority. Let people wait for you to speak. Let them wonder what you're thinking. That pause alone creates power. Now, put it all together. Before any meeting, any call, any conversation where you want to be seen, stop, breathe, stand tall, look, be silent. That's not performance, that's presence. And once you learn to carry that energy, you'll never feel invisible again. Let me tell you about 2 men, same age, same background, same room, same moment, but everything else, totally different. The first one walks in like most people do. He looks around, he's scanning faces, trying to figure out who he should talk to, who might like him, who might respect him. He smiles too much, talks too fast, tries to be funny, try to blend in. He's not doing anything wrong, but no one really feels him. They hear his words, but they don't feel him. Now the second man walks in, no rush, no scan of the room, just walks straight, head up, shoulders back, eyes calm. He doesn't say anything at first, and yet something shifts. People stop talking, not because he asked them to, because suddenly it feels like someone important just arrived. He doesn't look around for approval. He doesn't smile to win anyone over. He just exists. And somehow that existence demands attention. This isn't arrogance. This is presence. This is power. You see, the first man walked in chasing respect. The second man walked in already owning it. One begged to be seen. The other made them want to see him. That's the difference between chasing validation and radiating self-worth. Let me show you what that kind of presence really looks like. Imagine walking into a meeting. Everyone's already seated, talking, laughing. You walk in, and the room changes. Not because you said something, because your energy filled the space before your voice did. You sit down, not small, not trying to hide. You take up space. You speak when it matters. Not loud, not aggressive, just calm. And everyone listens. Not because you told them to, because they felt like they should. Now imagine walking into a family gathering. Everyone's loud. Everyone's talking over each other. You walk in, and suddenly, there's a pause. Someone notices you, then another. They don't know why, but they feel it. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're not explaining yourself. You're not competing for attention. You're just being you, fully, and that alone makes you unforgettable. This isn't magic. It's mindset. It's identity. It's the moment you stop begging the world to see you and start walking like you already belong. And once you do, the world starts to agree with you. You've seen this happen in movies, haven't you? The scene where the hero walks in and no one says a word, but the music stops, the camera follows, and you feel like something just changed. Why does that scene work? Because we recognize real power when we see it, even if we don't understand how it works. That's the emotional shift I'm talking about. That's the transformation, from invisible to undeniable, from nervous to unshakable, from chasing respect to commanding it without even trying. And now, you're about to learn how to become that person, not through tricks, not through performance, but through presence, through identity, through the silent signal your body sends before you even open your mouth. Let's go deeper. You don't become respected by demanding it. You become respected by being it. People don't hear your words. They feel who you are. And if you're still trying to earn respect through actions, you're missing the point, because respect isn't something you chase. It's something you carry inside, like air in your lungs, like fire in your chest. That's why 2 people can say the exact same thing, but only one gets heard, not because of what they said, but because of who they already were. You see, presence isn't a trick. It's not a pose. It's not about faking it till you make it. It's about becoming someone who doesn't need to fake anything at all. Because when you walk like you belong, the world makes room for you. When you breathe like you're in control, people start to believe it. When you look someone in the eye without fear, they stop trying to measure your worth. This isn't about body language. It's about identity. It's about rewriting the silent story you tell the world before you even speak. Most people think confidence is loud, but real confidence is quiet. It doesn't beg for attention. It doesn't explain itself. It just is. And once you understand that, everything changes. You stop performing. You stop chasing approval. You stop adjusting yourself to fit into spaces that shrink you. Instead, you stand, you breathe, you exist unapologetically. And in that existence, you command respect. Not because you asked for it, but because you stopped needing it. Because deep down, you already knew your value. And now, so does everyone else. So I ask you, who are you showing up as? Are you still trying to convince people you matter? Or have you started walking like you already do? Because the truth is, people don't react to what you say. They react to how deeply you believe in who you are. And until you upgrade that belief, no amount of speaking louder will ever make you seen. So here's your challenge: stop trying to impress. Start standing tall. Stop apologizing for taking up space. Start breathing like you own it. Stop begging to be noticed. Start existing like you already are. Because the moment you shift from trying to being, the world shifts with you. Let's finish this with power. You now hold something most people will never understand. This isn't just about body language. This is about identity, about presence, about becoming someone who doesn't ask to be seen, but is seen. Most people will watch this and scroll on because change scares them. But you're still here. That means something in you already knows you were never meant to be invisible. So here's your chance. Download the free guide in the description, a step-by-step method to rewire how you walk, how you breathe, how you exist in every room. Use it daily, not as a trick, but as a transformation. Subscribe now, because the old version of you just died. This video might disappear soon. The world doesn't want you to know this power. Most will ignore it. Only the ones ready to become unforgettable will stay. So hit subscribe, or stay ignored forever, your choice. Now go test it in real life. And when people start treating you differently, you'll know why. Because now, you don't just enter a room, you shift it.